Okay, how's everybody doing today? Just thought I'd show you some of the progress on the home theater project. So this will be part 3, I guess. Boxed up all my stuff that used to be over here, covered the furniture, um, took down the guitars and the artwork, and so we could do some demolition. So we ripped out the whole area, took out more than I thought we were going to. Because I knew we needed to get the ceiling down because there was a lowered portion here over the bar, and it's funny, we uncovered it. It says bar on the wall here. That had to come down, and then the lights had to come out because there's just some old ugly lights in here. I have to get wires in for the Atmos speakers in the ceiling, and I needed to get wire run from over there so we could get power in the front wall. There was a couple outlets here, but they were tied into about 10 other loads on the circuit. So I want to do a dedicated 20 amp to here from the breaker panel. So it's not on the same circuit as the lighting, dimmed lights. You don't want electronics on the dimmed light circuit. Well, I don't anyway. So I got 10 gauge Romex. It's overkill on the wire. I'm doing 10 gauge just because lowest possible resistance all the way to the box. The outlet will be a 20 amp, and the breaker will be a 20 amp. So you can always go overkill on the wire if you like, and I like. So when we were ripping out, we ripped out the front wall, the whole wall, because there was just like furring strips on the wall, and I didn't have any studs to mount the TV to. I was like, well, I could just set the TV on the stand, but the more I think about it, we're doing a major project. Why not do it right and get the TV flat up on the wall, you know? So it looks like a theater. It's going to be based on a TV, though, not a projector and screen. Big TV, 85. So there's a small room, only sitting about 9 feet away, and IMAX says that 85 is just about perfect. Anyway, there are a couple holes in the walls, which we discovered. They knocked holes in the walls because there was no depth. There wasn't enough depth for the outlets. So there was a crappy outlet over here and a crappy outlet over there. So me not wanting, I mean, there's just one layer of that block wall between the basement and the dirt on the outside. So I wanted to get a little more protection on that. So I filled the holes with great stuff. I also found a mouse in that hole over there. I reached up in the cavity and I'm like, oh, there's something furry. And it was a mouse. Dead one. But I wanted to fill that hole so nothing else could crawl through there. And then I'm probably going to mortar the front of it. That's why we didn't put a stud here and over here. Anyway, Carpenter Chris came over and set it all up today. The over here, I'm doing a pocket door.
You can't put up YouTube videos.
30-inch wide, so the widest single pocket door I think we can get. So it's going to slide into this side. We were trying to figure out how to do a motorized pocket door so it would move like on Star Trek. You know, when you come up to it. But we will see. It's got to tuck back all the way to here, so there's not a lot of room for a mechanism over here. So if you know of anything, let me know. I don't at the moment. I can look up some stuff, but anyway, it's pretty solid. My ceiling is bowing down just a little bit. Right up here, there's two 1200 watt amplifiers. So That's my guess. So hopefully this will help support the weight a little bit. It's not going to sag anymore anyway. Now on the back wall there was conduit. The conduit came out of here. There was an outlet, or there were two switches there from behind the bar for the two different light circuits in here. There was an outlet here and there was an outlet back there. And so I didn't even think we were going to take the back wall off, but he's like, I got to get wiring there and hang speakers because there's going to be a couple speakers on the back wall. He's just going to rip it all off, and it's like drywall's cheap and we can just knock it out real quick. So I'm going to lose a few inches in the room because it's not going to be furring strips now. It's going to be 2x4s, but it'll be a real studded wall that I can insulate and mount speakers to and run wire and put real outlets in and all that. So I can plug the chairs in. So eventually there'll be power recline chairs in here. The sidewall is the only wall we left. Took the whole ceiling down. But this wall was smooth. It's relatively good. It just took the trim out. There was like a little around the crown area. There was some trim, and then there was trim around the windows. So he can build whatever he wants to make those light tight, to block the light out for the theater. So we're gonna figure something out there. Trying to think of something. Thought about motorized shades there on the pricier side, but we'll see. I do sell them, so I get a bit of a price break, but we'll see. Anyway, there was one kind of interesting thing over, where is it? Here, there it is. We're like, oh, somebody left a pull string in here. And then I took a voltage tester up there. That is a live wire. That was just hanging out inside the ceiling. So I got to figure out where that goes and disconnect it on the other end. Also, while the ceiling is down, we might be drilling down through the living room to pull some 10 gauge Romex and put an outlet in for the stereo. So we can get that done while the ceiling's out. Obviously that's the time to do it, right? But I'm excited. Tomorrow we're framing out this back wall here, and gonna do some nail-on boxes for outlets. So we'll probably have an outlet back here, or actually there'll probably be one or two back here, so we can plug in the power chairs. And then there's going to be one on the other side of this wall, because this is going to be my little studio photography area. Not big rooms, but I'm trying to make the best use of them I can. So obviously this TV won't be here and that rack won't be here, so this whole space will be open, and I can do my tabletop photography over here. And this side will probably be the bar. So still got, I don't know, 15, 16 feet of room here. So it's enough space for something cool, I think. Anyway, that's that. Thanks for watching this one. There's going to be a lot more soon. Once we get that back wall up, then it starts wiring. So gotta pull Romex to all the outlets. Gonna have an outlet over here too, because on this side of the room there's no outlets. There was 4 at the very end here where the theater's gonna be, and there was none on this whole side of the basement. So it's very strange. But we disconnected all that, pull all the there was conduit run through the walls, pulled all that out because it wasn't Romex. And then we're gonna pull some good solid Romex, 10 gauge for the stereo, 12 gauge for the other stuff, because you don't need 10 gauge on the motor for a power recline chair. That would be extremely overkill. Anyway, stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching, and you guys have a good night.